This session is recorded. If you have any problem with the recording, you can leave, because we always have to ask consent from the people that we are recording from. So these sessions are recorded and they are later uploaded on our YouTube. Yeah. So we are going to cover gradient at first. Then we shall cover something that a student requested. Then we shall go to the main topic that we were supposed to cover today. I'll quit everything that is here that will give divided attention. Then I'll share the screen. Yeah, I'm going to share it. I'd stopped sharing because I was not recording. So hope you can see my screen now. I'll bring Chrome. I'll minimize this. Yeah. So as usual, we shall go to our Canva. The way you access it, if you have a downloaded version, it's okay. I always use the online version. I love it because I use a free tool. One of the students here is the owner of this company. I did for it this car logo yesterday night. This car, so not the logo, but this work yesterday night. We are going to cover gradients. I want us to cover it on this page where we were doing some awkward work. We didn't go from creating from zero, but yeah. So let's get some picture online. Let's say I will do this Pixabay. adopixels.com to bring good pictures. Let it first verify. Then we say woman, look, brown. We are going to cover gradient before we cover what we want. I know why we are covering it is because someone had requested for it. It gives them hard time, yet they always see gradient in many areas of things. So we are going to cover, I want these ones that are in portrait. You know why I want portrait mode? To help me cover this thing quickly. Yeah, we pick any at random. Let's use these ones. You see their pictures will be high standard and will be of high quality. So we shall download this or replace. Then we shall import it here. Go to downloads. Where is that woman? Is she still downloading? She's here. So we shall drop it on our Canva. It will import. Didn't drop. Come to this. So we can reposition it. Make sure it fills our thing. But before it starts, we want to take a gradient that comes from these ends to here. So we shall draw a shape there. I'm hoping the person that wanted the gradient thing is paying attention to this. We shall draw a shape there. Click on it. Come into shapes. Come in where there is colors. Scroll to where there is gradient. I'm thinking this color would do us good. Yeah, but we are not seeing our goals. So I'm teaching you how to do gradient. For example, if you had a logo here of Fans Technologies, we could see different gradients from our pictures down here. The gradients. Then take an example, you have not seen the colors that you want within the gradient. You can pick any, then recustomize it. You see where there is colors. Click on the plus sign, then always your cursor will be in the bold thingy, solid color. So click gradient. though you wanted this gradient, just come to where to edit it. So this gradient has two colors. It has this color and this color. So to see our man or our goal is, we shall reduce this gradient like this. We shall make this side transparent, and then the red will fade in. So the main aim for this is to show you that you can play around with your gradient. One, there are two ways. If you have not played around with your transparency and what, see how your picture will appear, you can choose your own colors. You can choose how you want the gradient to come in, midway, up, downwards. Since we don't have a free version, you might not see other features within this, but at least the basic gradient can give you what you want. Most times, for example, you remember the way we were doing gradient for the person, sometime back, we were searching for the gradient up here, and then we didn't know that you could get your gradient and then just reduce the other color. So that's that color that comes in, then it fades somehow from somewhere. I think, do you get my point? So gradients, the only way you are going to play around with them is by coming here. Don't go under solid color, go to where there is gradient, then you can choose the colors you want to be into your gradient. You can say, maybe it should fade from green to this color, it should fade. And then the good thing about this gradient is you can choose more than the colors that you are. Maybe midway you want it to be white, kind of whitish. So it is going to be you and your creativity to see what best you can get from the gradients that are here. But what I encourage you is come to gradient, then do much Zoe, do much research about it and see how you can come up with better gradients. Though most times I use these gradients that are pre-default, that are within. Hope I answered the gradient person. You have to just keep practicing and see how it will work into your work that you want. But if you want 3 colors, they can be there. Even if you want 2, you can use the 2. Yesterday we were working on this. I'll give another example. Yesterday we were working on this. But you saw I will ungroup. You saw when I was doing a school live, this thing was in gradient. So you can click on that tab where you put your lower third words. Click on it, go to colors. You can choose its gradient within these colors. Why didn't it bring gradient? It has to. Yeah, at the bottom it will bring the gradient bit of things. No. Have I selected the right element? Oh, because I selected the A, not the shape. Yeah, for the shape to give you the gradient, you have to be on the shape, then give it a gradient that you want. Then go to colors and then find how you can change the colors that are there. So for the Kasku one, I used this. So the example that a person wanted this, that the example that they showed me, the person just clicked on that, on this gradient thing. If you want other colors, you can still hunt for other colors and make them too. So you see how it fades in. It comes as deep red, then it fades into this. So when you put words there, the words will look beautiful if they're in white. One on, one with, Canva. So if we put our words there, the words will look beautiful with the white in it. But we have made a gradient there. Okay, so I'll stop sharing and ask, have I answered you? Is that person even on this call? Because I told them, you come on the call, we shall answer the gradient bits. Yes, Bash, I see you are raising up your hand.
So Famba,
Yes, please.
allow me disturb you a bit.
Yes, you can.
You see where you started from, like where you brought the pic of brides, eh?
Mm.
I just request that if you can repeat for me that process, just a quick one. I've been left somewhere behind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Any other person that is left behind? Okay, so let me answer that person. Then we go further to the other person that sent me a WhatsApp with some inquiry about something. I want us to cover all the things so that you don't go and be like you were left out. Yes, as I told you in the group, if you have any issue, reach out to me. If your issue is gradient, reach out to me. If your issue is another thing, reach out to us. Reach out to your fellow group members are doing these things well. So we answered the gradient person. They will keep playing around with it. Teja kulemwa, okulemerwa akiri nnyo n'ona. Yes, in Canva, the way we import pictures, we import them in 3 formats. Let me repeat the 3 formats from 0. In case one maybe is not used to this format. When Benjo was teaching you, they showed you, you right click into the picture, you say copy image. Then paste the image where you want it to be. We shall delete this and then we shall paste our image there. So that image will come. That's method 1. I want you to note that's method 1. Method 2, we shall delete it. Method 2, this pixels.ne.com, I told you, it gives you high quality pictures by what you have searched. If you want a dark person, we won't go back into that lesson. I hope you are not requesting for such a lesson. But if you are requesting how we imported there, the other one is method 1. Method 2 is you come here. Let's pick another picture so that you see the difference. Let's pick this. You download it. So you make sure you download it and have it on your computer so it will bring you how to rename it. So you can rename it that like funds. It will be saved to where your default downloads are. Mine are where in the downloads folder. So when I say show in the folder, it will show in the folder. When you come to folder here, to your downloads folder, 2 methods as I told you. You can either way drag your picture and drop it on the Canva. That's method 2. You see, I dragged it from the download folder and dropped it on the Canva. It has come. Method 3, all these are methods. There are many ways to kill a rat. You can either poison it, kujitega kamasu, oluzungu, or other methods. But yeah, when you come here, another method is uploads. So the common method that you learn online is by these people telling you, go to uploads. Then you see where there is images, say upload the file. Then you go to upload the file, then you route where your images are. So we shall route to downloads and pick an image called funds.jpg. You see, it's that way. In Windows, it might show differently, but yeah, it is the same skill, routing to where the images are. So when we route where the images are, and then we say open. When we say open, it will import. You see, it is importing, so it has imported it. Then after importing it, you can draw it to your Canva or first put a shape where it will be. So you can draw direct to our Canva or put a shape and then put the image there. So there are many ways. You shouldn't be limited to one. It is about creativity. Have I answered the person that wanted how to import images? Bash, were you answered? You can unmute and say yes or raise a thumbs up to show that you were answered before you can proceed.
Mr. Famba just asked about the gradient part.
Mm.
Like for importing the image, of course, that one I know, but just the gradient part, if I try to ask.
But you asked importing image. Okay, so hope you can all see my screen. The gradient bit is you playing around with, okay, this image won't bring out what we want. Well, it's needed the image and then a bigger Canva, but we just get the idea of how we are doing the thing. This get it on. So we shall do this, let them be at the extreme end so that the gradient can see them later. You don't apply the gradient onto this picture. You draw there a shape. Go to your shapes, you apply the gradient to your shapes. They will apply normal colors onto shapes. So you draw your shape, draw it there, make sure it fits the Canva. Then when you click on it, go to colors, go to where you see gradient. You can either way pick from these gradients, or if the colors are not there from the gradients here, you can go to up where the gradient thing is. So for example, you have chosen that. I'm giving an example. But if the colors were not there, the same method would apply. You come here, take an example, we still have green here. Click in it, click where you see color. Instead of you applying a solid color, you'll click on this color plus, but I will click here. I just want this color to change. So instead of you applying a solid color, by default, you'll come and your thing will be in solid. I hope you are seeing here. By default, you come and your Canva is in solid color. So instead of you applying a solid color, you go to gradient. So with your gradient, you can change how you want it to appear. You want this. I want to edit these colors. I don't want to edit other colors. So you can change how should it come. If you are looking critically well to this Canva, it is changing the directions it is coming from. Now here it is coming like from the bottom, then it gradients from up. And then in the end, you say we reduce this color's opacity. So we say we want this color to be reduced a bit. The gradient is there, and then it is also acting as the other thing that we wanted some time back, and we kept searching for it from paid versions of things. Though it would work better if we had a right picture there and the right Canva says there. Take an example, you wanted it from bottom to up, you still do the same thing. You do the bottom one, so it comes in, fades in, and then maybe at the top there is abagola abalala. For them, they might not be, okay, it has to be PNG or kuja design obulungi. Remove background. You already see those designs that you see some picture in the background, then you see another picture on the top. We shall remove abasoso batu abayise tutya. Yeah. Shall remove background from here. Copy image, paste it here. So we have them in the background, then we have them at the top. Since it was not what I was intending to design, so it may not bring out the entire message well, but the entire message was about gradient. You're playing around with your gradient. So you can have them in the background with that soft curve gradient that has come in, then you have others on top, but you see our picture is pixelated. Because it was a larger picture, then it did give us an HD one. So I wouldn't recommend to do that, but yeah, the answering was about the other thing, this gradient thing. So you can find what you can put on top, or you can leave your gradients there, like you leave the opacity to 100, then still the gradient will be at its 100. Or you keep decreasing till it creates that thing that you want. You can add another color there in case you want a gradient of 3 colors. You can add another color there. Then within this color, maybe you want a bluish from top. It should be thick. And then they're in between the words, like there it comes, then in between there it is pale. Did they answer that question well? Any other person before we proceed? Yeah, I've now understood. Okay, so this question answers even the person we started with our first sessions of us just searching a gradient, then we don't have much power to control its colors and what, but here you have power. You can add even 4 colors. You know, it is not limiting you. So you can start a gradient how it comes, maybe from deeper green to lighter green to what green, then you play around with green and then it's opacity and what. The entire thing is just you doing practice, practice, practice. So you learn a lot when you do practice. I'll proceed to another person that had a challenge. I'll share my screen again. Please, if you have a challenge before you go to our today's lecture, you can always share it. We go through that challenge and then, so I'll share my screen. Today I'm going to be a bit fast. You'll forgive me for that. I won't save this because it's not what we wanted. Yeah, we shall delete everything. Oh, I locked it. No, I didn't. So after deleting everything, someone told me, I'll give an example. Okay, passport photo. Okay, that one. So you're going to get a passport photo here. And they would have given me passport photos. This would work as a passport photo. This too would work. No, we shall use this. I'll download this. I won't download it. I'll just copy it. There is some technique I'm going to cover that someone asked before we go to today's. So we shall paste it there. We shall reduce there so that it looks more of a passport. Stay within the frames. Okay, reduce it a bit. Yeah, so I'll do text. Please. So I'll get some random text here. I know you'll forgive me because it's me who knew the question that the person asked. So it is difficult to explain if I've not done it practically. So I'll paste my text here. So the person wanted that, for example, you see those things that you have a head, you have words, then they end around here, then the other words begin from the bottom of the thing. So I told the man, just be creative. Say, copy from here to there, cut this out, paste it. Yeah, we shall do this. Paste it aside, copy, then reduce this. Kino chikome wano. There are things that we are not going to teach banaye. It is your creativity. Then kino kitandikira. I hope you get what I'm trying to answer. So this text is broken well as if it is a single word. You make sure where you break it from makes sense. As if it is a single sentence or it is an effect that was created from where? From Canva, but no, it wasn't created from Canva. Maybe reduce this a bit to leave there some gap. Do you get the effect that I'm trying to create that someone was asking me? The way they can break the words and then it's like a continuation. You may not get that thingy by default, but you can be creative enough. Canva, most of the free version, even if you have a paid version, you may not get that. It is all about your creativity. So we have been creative. Who tells that it is not from a single thingy? There is equal space left. This one starts well. This just that the words don't make sense, but if they were making sense, it could be better. And put here your title. They were designing their portfolio. So my name is Famba. It is raining this side. We pray electricity doesn't go. My name is Famba, and then you're about us, blah, blah. So as I teach you people, I want you to be creative. There are things that they're not going to be taught here, but your creativity beats it all. I hope I answered that person too, and answered anyone here on the call, because you might not even have known how to pull this off. Do I have any question? Have I answered the person that wanted to know how you can break text? Is he on this call? Hello, is the person on this call? Yes, Bash, you have something to ask?
Mr. Famba,
Yes, please.
I'm sorry to disturb, but it's me that tried us to ask and answered. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
So
So,
I had done it in the other way, but I will try to adjust it before.
yeah, anyway, as long as it comes out well, it is about you being creative. It's you to know how creative you are. Designing and
All
things
right.
is just about creativity. No one will mind how did you bring it out, how did you do this. No one is going to ask you the process. As long as the client sees their work is the way they intended it to be, so they may not ask how it, how you came up to that. You already see this design in newspapers. So you may be designing for a school and then you want that. Yes, Ken, you have your hand raised up. Kenny,
Good afternoon, everyone.
good afternoon, how are you?
Yes, Mr. Famba, thank you for the lesson.
Yes.
Then my question is,
Mm.
sometimes I see designs with some letters, one letter is longer than others. Yet you look in the fonts we have and you can't find that font. One letter is taller than other, or like, I want to know how to play around those letters to design them.
Okay, is creativity. Anyone that can answer him? I'm going to answer him, but still around creativity. Just be creative with what you are doing with your craft, because that's the same thing that we have explained. I'll convert this text to Montserrat. I love Montserrat a lot. You'll forgive me. Oh, Poppins is also a good font, readable. So I'll make these Poppins regular. I'll make these Poppins regular. I'll make these Poppins black. Okay, this. So the person is saying they see a font that one is larger than the other. So this picture will go away. So you see Famba, but AMBA starts from another thingy. It is creativity. Make this F bigger. There is no font that is going to do that for you. Then play around with this. Where should it start? Should it start there? Famba is blah. Blah. So it's the same thing that we have learned. We have learned to do two different things, but you can do it with the same way. So you keep playing around with the space in between, with other factors constant. Maybe you want these other words to lean more deeper into the F. I'll delete these up to there. You want these other words to start in a maybe, but most times they don't start inwards. But if you want them to start inwards, still you can do that. Bring them inwards, then they will be inwards. I hope I answered them. The idea is, or the thing around this thing is just creativity. This thing was just enough even without those. So play around with your font, make the font bigger. After making it bigger than this, even if it's not that bold, and then it is a small f that you already see, and then the A starts there. Or they want the A to start around. I have clients work that I've been doing, though you can't share them. But yeah, if a client asks for such work, make sure it is well aligned. Zonna zitandikira ku line yemu, biki other factors concerned. Look at the design, replicate it with just creativity of playing around text. This text is just, that's why they are seated into a shape. It is like a shape. So you can make this shape dissolve the way you want it. You can make this shape You can keep copying text, put it in different shapes. Even if you want words to start here, because another person will come and ask me, we want the words to begin from where the F is. Drag the words there. Let them begin where the F starts, like at the bottom of the F. Maybe the person just wants the F, the words below there, and maybe at the top there are pictures. Maybe we want the words in between, blah blah. If you learn one thing, use that design idea to do the rest. Maybe the person, because I'm answering this because another person will come and ask, we want the words in between the F, put them there. This is a shape, so it is a container, it is containing text. It is just a container that is containing text, so you can move it to where you want to be. Then the visual thingy hierarchy of the eyes will think it was created from one thingy. Yeah, though Canva might have a right way to do it, I don't know, let me check. But even if it doesn't have, nze nali neddira kulemererwa wakiri nnyo. So you invent ways of doing things. You can even invent ways of saying you want that thing to be bigger than the other. Oh, ekyo tekikoze ng'okihighlight nzeyo, okay, it will highlight the entire thing. I think I've had a way. But yeah, even if it didn't show you the way, canning, gestures, specific character enlargement, toggle all. I think Canva has also another way, but even if it doesn't have, just be creative with what you have. Look for that other way that is standard, but yeah. So that's it. I hope I answered that person also. Any other questions before we proceed? Today we are going to cover that. Have I answered that person that wanted the letters to begin, like one is bigger, one is smaller? Guys, I repeat, Canva and design things are just an art, and then you have to keep practicing and playing around with things. Come up with anything that you want. Tolemererwa okulemererwa wakiri yonoona, wakiri gikola efaanane bubi naye ng'ogikoze. We can't see the screen. You guys, I was explaining and you were not seeing my screen. Oh, okay, sir. Yeah, I answered them. He says yes. Okay, we are going to start off by doing animations. Let me share my screen again. Go to where the animation we are going to do is. Oh, why should we do others? Okay, do you see my screen? To save time, we shall copy things from the other animation. Save time. So I've ever designed some animation here. Maybe I just explain that so that you can save more time. I've ever designed the product design, this and this. So let me start with this. These animations are simple. We are going to create from 0, then just choose a transition in between, you see? So you create such a beautiful product animation with that. Another product flies in. Another product flies in. We won't go much into designing. We shall create that, and we shall also see how we came up with such a design. By me seeing this design, you'll know that you can be creative with Canva and create beautiful animations. You see how the bottles are living, and then the colors change, the product name changes. So we shall do that. Or we shall also do this. Because these, if we design one, I'll just explain the other. We won't design the other from 0. You see how the bottle is changing. All this is creativity with Canva. it has come in smoothly without any effect of After Effects, without any hard time of things. It is just being creativity around designing. Yeah, this is a product animation I made for a client. This client is free with me to share. It is not a standard one, but yeah, the client wanted it that way. I copied the idea, then this end. You can always learn to animate the end. Maybe you can be putting on your videos that you do for those clients of yours. So you can animate the end, a logo comes in, your thing comes in, and then tagline comes in, and then the product that you may be on. So I'm showing you the power of animations. This was animated. I made this advert that I posted on TikTok with animations. But if you want standard animations like these ones, you see the process of tema, like you keep, bringing in one word per, you hear the sound effects, jetpack, blah, blah. 15.6. I don't want the sound there, but that's it. To be around your creativity, when you learn one thing, we want you to design anything. Lenovo 50. This is a video of it, but yeah. When you learn something, design anything around it. There are many animation things that I've done and I've posted and have helped me out. There's this, but most of these are already on TikTok. Yeah, there are many. This 1st May, we are open. So there are many animation things that I've done. So we are going to begin with one by one. We shall, by the end, at least you will know some knowledge. We shall do this. We shall design this simply and show you how it is simple to design these things from scratch. So a person will ask, how did you draw that shape? Who can guess? These are rectangles. They will just change. So it is about your creativity and what? We shall begin with this. I'll copy these words. We shall put different products. Okay, take an example. We have opened a new page. I would love you allow me work from this. Or let's delete the entire thing. Come here. Okay, come on your Canva. Open a new 1920 by 1080 because this will be a video. We want it in HD. I think this is 1980 by 1020. You always read here the sizes. Make sure you are taking the right size. Yeah, so this is the size. So I'll take this. I'll rename it. We always forget renaming. So I'll rename it product animation. I'll delete everything that is in here. So you have a blank thing like that. How do we come up with such a design that I've shown you? We'll be creative. The fact is, I won't lie, I copied that design because I was teaching you people from Jumia. You'll see their design. It was not copying because I didn't post that anywhere, but the idea was from Jumia. You see, they put here the things, they put the product here. They change. Okay, it is not exactly like that, but the idea of products here and then the product idea here was from here. Then I advanced it katini nechichuka. And when you look at this and you look at this, you might not know they copied from the same source. Where is it? Yeah, like this. So always when you copy, but when you look at flash sale, the idea was from here, like they were doing Jumia festival sale. When you look at how they put the amount and they cross the other one, the idea was from here. They put this amount in a big, then they cross this one. To talk about the product, like the details about the product are here. When you come here, you'll see the details about the product. That's why you see product name here. So you name the product, bag, blah, blah, bichi, bichi. Then this discount, up to 60% discount. I hope it's there. No, it wasn't there, but you add some things and then your work becomes unique from the other. But when you play main, you find it beautiful. And even if you play this, you will know they designed it from a simple software. I hope they don't flag me. Yesterday we played ballerina, and then when I was applying the video on YouTube, they were limiting me, saying I have a copyright thing I've bleached. So I hope Jumia doesn't sue us. But yeah, that's it. Copying ideas, copy them from different sources. So we are designing this. I'm not going to redesign from zero. I just want to show you that by just applying a simple animation, you can get what you want. So we have a plain page. We have copied the idea somewhere. Do this. Come to colors. Copy the colors. That color is not here, and I don't have the color code nearby. I'll do this. I'll do the dark blue. I'll drag it into this darkness. We are not going to be perfect with the other color. I know I can copy the hash symbol there, but no, I just want you to show you in case you don't have the colors and what. So you design something like this. You change its background. Then how do we put something that is slanting? Because you are not going to find this shape in Canva, a shape that would make this thingy look slanting. So we shall come here, draw a normal rectangle, enlarge it, give it the color yellow. We shall copy our yellow here. The other way I wanted to show you method one, but I will copy my yellow here. First unlock it, then come here, then find this, then copy the hashtag. Why I'm showing you this is one also. For example, you have a previous design and you want some color from it. You don't just estimate the color and say, okay, that yellow is this color. No. Go to that previous design, click into it, be as if you are changing the color. Then you see where there is a setting on the color palette. Then you see the hash symbol here. Copy this color, copy this hash color. Copy it, then go to your product, click on it, be as if you are changing the color, click on it, the symbol here, then paste the hash code there. So you'll get that yellow that is from the other side. Yeah, why I emphasize this is because you'll be designing works for clients, and then these blues will vary. Today, it was another blue. The other day, it is kind of deeper blue because you are just estimating the color. Maybe, yeah, it is this blue. Because by naked eyes, we think this color looks the same as this, but it is not the same. So your eyes will deceive you, and then the colors won't come out right. So always copy from previous designs. Then, when we look at our shape, you see this. You see? It is a rotate tool. So rotate your work, put that line there, zoom it to maximum, boom. You have created a line. Maybe more rotation to bring out that. You'll queer, but that's it. We have created a shape that is not there in Canva. This side is big, we shall reduce it. But the idea is just you querying, you being creative. People here don't know English, Lusoga, Luganda. So the idea here is just you being creative. So you be creative like that. So you have come up with that simple design that is not initially in Canva. So when someone sees your work, they will think maybe this work is there in Canva. No, it is about creativity. Then to avoid this shape from moving as you are adding other objects there, lock it. So make sure the shape is locked. You see, we can't drag it anymore. We can even draw there something, but we can't drag it anymore. So when you determine it is in the right angles that you want it, then you can lock it and it be in one position so that it doesn't move all the time. Now the text, that idea I won't teach you from zero. We know how we put texts. Text flash sale. So how we get this symbol, the text I'll just copy. I don't want to retype. Then I'll show you where we got the symbol. So the text I'll copy. Oh, did I lock it this side? No, it is not locked. So I'll copy the entire shape. bring the entire shape here. You mean I locked this entire thing? Page is locked. Continue until unlock this page. Okay, we locked the entire page. We didn't have to lock the page. We wanted to lock one thing. Wanted to lock only this, not the entire page. Yeah. So we can paste there anything that we want. So we paste flash cell. This idea is also showing you that you can copy something from your previous design to this design. Don't keep re-editing your tag, re-editing your logo. If you have made it perfect in some design, keep copying that. No one is going to penalize you. After all, they will think it is continuous, consistent, sorry. They think he puts his logo that way because he wants to be, consistent. So flash cell, I'll do flash cell. Then the shapes will come. Then I will choose. Above, do you know above? This one is the ones for us above. Change it a bit. Make sure it fits there. Make sure it is behind your text. Yeah, rotate it a bit. I'm not saying all your product designs should be this way. Go online, copy a product design of your own choice, mimic it, recreate it, be creative. We shall make this yellow. We want all the yellows to be kind of more yellowish. That's it. So we have gotten that. The rest of the things, we shall just copy them. I'll explain them on this page, then we copy them and then we see what to do. But hope I answered every question and I hope we are on the same page. I'm hoping you are learning something. Yes, we are like going back to designing because of some emphasis. For example, today you might have copied something of, recreating shapes and knowing where to copy designs from or ideas. So with animation, things are simple. I'd stopped sharing thinking there will be a question, but since no questions, we can continue. Yeah, so after here, you can now fill all your words that you want. So we won't fill all the words that we want. We shall copy our thingies. Then we can learn from this one. You see how this shape is drawn. Most times when you draw your shapes, this is a line from a line thingy. When you come to elements, you'll see it is called a line. Line. So when they bring you this line, you can, use it, rotate it a bit, then it will become a slash. Then this color has to match the background color so that it feels as if, you see how it is contrasting well. If this color is chosen, the color in the 60,000. Then the other thing, do you see that with this shape and then the 60,000 here, when you go to position, it is in between. You make sure you have centered it in between. You don't see this 60,000 either sublining up or down so that the shape looks funny like that. Most of you create shapes and then you have put maybe the phone numbers in that funny shape down here or up or at the extreme end that, So I told you if you are using these shapes, make them appear presentable, make them appear rich, make them appear standard. By contrasting with colors, make sure the colors you have selected for it contrast with the other color. Make sure other, factors constant. The text is well positioned there. You see this text? The 50,000 here. And then the shape, shift shape. You'll see it is middle. So it is midway this entire shape. Even if you don't go by making it middle, but make sure, even you, the way you see things, is it in the right position? By mere look of eyes, hasn't it said lined on one side? So I won't teach drawing this from zero, but yeah, the way we get this, and by the way, I always encourage this being drawn from a triangle. Not a triangle, sorry, a rectangle. Triangle, rectangle. Okay, let's do this. and put rectangle shape. The shapes are already here. We just do, I'll give you a reason as to why I drew it from a rectangle. Most of you people will come here, even if, okay, you don't type a rectangle and you get a normal shape. I want us to learn from normal shapes and see how we can give life to them. So most of you come to shapes and you see the shape that is close to your work is an oval shape. So you draw that shape from this thingy. When you reposition this, it looks funny sometimes. It has come out well, maybe Canva improved it. But most times when we reposition the thing that we created from here, it may look funny. So me, what I always do, I draw that from a square shape, position it the way I want it to be. Because sometimes I see the shapes that you have drawn are not shaping very well, like, so I'll do that. After doing that, we go up here and just give it corners. So you give it corners. You see? It has cornered within the area that you had given it. So you give it corners and you'll find the corners are smooth. Have you seen how we have come up with this shape? A beautiful one. We will find these corners smooth than corners drawn from other shapes. For example, if you had picked an oval shape, you'll find this corner as if it's a bit more sharp, blah, blah, and then the shape looks funny. So when we draw it from a rectangle or a square shape, and then we just give it corners, it would appear more beautiful than your shapes that you draw. Make sure the shape has life. Don't over resize it or bad resize it or make it look funny. No. Make a rectangle, position it where you want it to be, make sure it is in the right positions, then give it the corners from that position it will be. You can say these corners maybe are too sharp, you reduce them. Then sometimes you see where you see two corners, 3, I'll give it 3. You can keep around, yeah, playing with these, making it 5, making it 4, blah, blah. So it is up to you. You can keep around playing around with things and find out what they do. How can they improve my design? The bad thing, so much quiet, you don't do further research beyond that. But you see this shape, it will look more standard than other shapes drawn from other. Though I think Canva improved nowadays, but before you could see shapes, if they are drawn from different shapes, they would look funny. So what I do, I draw a rectangle, then just give it corners. I see some charts here. Is there any question in the chat? Let me first stop sharing the screen and read the chat. Are there any questions? Oh, so Ken was just laughing at us. Okay, let's proceed. Tawali Budde. Yeah, so that's how the shape has come out. And then when you are putting text there, make sure the text that you have put, let it balance. Let the shape balance, then let it do. You see, it is showing you a color in the middle. So it is showing you it is in the middle. Then when you want it centered, it is showing you it is in the middle and it is centered within this shape. And I told you, if you can't figure out, click on that, click on the shape, then you come to positions. It will show you how you see it is now in the middle and it is in the center. Had it and you want to center it and middle it, you click on it, shift, click on the shape, then say, I want you in the center and I want you in the middle. So it will be in the middle and centered. So it will look so somehow beautiful. But to contrast well, I'll find someone that is going to leave this white color. You see the white color won't come out well with a yellowish color. They are all light colors. So highlight your color, then copy the blue that is in the background. So it will create that effect. You see how now it is contrasting. Are you seeing the mistakes that you have been doing with your shapes and then they are looking like the shapes of, some place we said we are not going to talk about anymore. Make sure your shape kind of looks somehow international. Don't just give it outlines. Yes, you can give it outlines here. Say this, I want an outline of, maybe the 5%. I want it in color white. Where need be, you can give outlines, but not all the time that you have to give the outlines. So just be creative. Just be what you want your work to look like. Yeah. So we have learned that from here, but I'll delete it. We shall copy all the rest of the things here because you know how to put the names. You know how to do this. Now you know how to put a slash. You know how to draw shape and make things centered in. You know how to do 60%. Then this, like a person will come and ask, how did you make the discount smaller? This is another text. Montserrat, it is 56. This is Montserrat, it is 47. You reduce the size and then it fits the way where you want it to be. You just keep repositioning it. You say, I want it there. Creativity. I guess now you are like, wow, all along we could do these things. Yes, you could do them, but you were not just creative enough. So we shall paste that here. Also make sure it is well aligned from there. Yeah. Does it look okay? It doesn't look okay, but we shall do that. We are not here for designing, we are here for animation. So it won't be perfect. Then we change a product here. I'll change this product to here. So after that, we shall do this. When you do after one product, you just keep duplicating this. I will emphasize this. So you duplicate this and then you change details. For example, now if this bag was for 70, maybe they are going to put another product that is for 70,000. So you change the price, you change the product name. Now this has changed to maybe a laptop. We add LL. Maybe this one, this percentage is not 60%, it's 20%. You make sure what you have changed doesn't alter the design. If you change the amount, but now the amount goes here like this, when we play things from here and we come to this, the eyes will jump, like there will be a jump cut from different things. We shall try that as an example. So when you change a product here, I'll close this. I'll bring another product, maybe mouse. We shall bring the product here. Make sure where you have put the product is the same space that the other product was in. It will be continuous even to the eyes of the reader. If you keep changing positions, even its consistency won't be there. So we duplicate this also. Where is duplicate? Duplicate page. We drag it here. We want to design other things. Then we duplicate here. We drag it to the end. I'm imagining you are changing these slides with different things. So how do we make this to slide inwards the way the other animation was? After this class, you'll go home and try out other animations. Don't just try out what we have learned. Don't do exactly what you've learned from the class. So you see, there are many transitions. You already see those transitions. That is the transition that we used. So it flows in. Then you decide how do you want it to flow in. Should it go the other way? Should it go upwards? Should it flow in outwards? But this way it was okay. So though we shall redo that that rectangle up so that it doesn't show where it came from. Do you see how it is moving out? And then you give it seconds of how long you want the transition to take. So there it will be fast. When you add on seconds, it will take its same. There it is kind of slow. So you can give it 2 seconds or more. You see cropping. So you can go home, try out these different stacks, because there's different animations that you maybe want a stack, way of dissolving things. Maybe you want a swipe. So it is up to you to know what your transition wants. But this one, at least it would work on the entire objects the way they move. You'll find different product animations moving that way. They show another product. They show another product. They show another product. You can even interpolate that sound in between them, and then when it is transiting, someone hears that sound and then they think you have done it from After Effects. That is all creativity that you have to add to your work. So we shall choose that, we shall unlock this and then make it more bigger so that it doesn't show how it has come in. We don't want it to show. We don't want it to show where our shape cuts from. Yeah. So you go on and give different sizes, different things the same. Maximize the speed so that it moves in kind of slowly. People can notice every movement. Give it this. I've not said that always you should use this. No, try out things and then see how you want your things to look like. We shall play it from slide 1 and see. So slide 1 comes in, another slide comes in, but you notice it is showing where our rectangle that we drew comes in from, which we don't want. So I may not reshape it, but I'll show you that what you do, make sure this rectangle is this big and long so that it doesn't show anywhere on the Canva where it ended, where it passed. So you'll have a different thingy, like you have a beautiful slide like this. See that first slide? I was trying out to see what animation is good. Maybe you want only the products to be fading in. So I said, no, that won't work. At least let the products be flying in. And when I made it on TikTok, it had good numbers. You could do it even before you join this Canva course. So that's it about animations of products. We are going to do the other animation too, but before we proceed, do you have any questions there? And before we have any questions, it is all about creativity. Go home, try out different things. You are not going to learn these things by you going home, covering the laptop and waiting for the next lesson to come into the class. That's why you'll keep asking questions or you'll keep being defeated by would be mere small things just because you are not practicing enough. The people that are practicing in that class can tell you they have improved from where they were to where they are now. They have found out techniques, they have found out how to bypass things, they have found out where to find free things on a free version of Canva. Guys, this is a free tier of Canva. It is not paid for, but we can do beautiful things with it, minus even paying. I'm not saying don't pay for a paid version, but I told you don't activate the paid version yet before you even know how beautiful the thing is. So even if you get good, widgets in the paid version, you won't know how to customize them. You won't know how much they can help you, how much to use them, unless you know how to play around with these shapes from a free tier. So when you get a paid one, it will give you more life. Just imagine this was a paid one and then it is giving us more customization of, reducing seconds, doing that, like that. Then we go back to this design. Before we proceed, the seconds that are spent here are the entire time that the 4 will take. Take an example. We want this slide to take only 2 seconds because you always play with them and see how you want it to take 1 second. Let's see whether it will take that 1 second. 1 second. So that will stay there for more than 1 second. We shall learn that in the other shapes, but the more we reduce here, you click on the shape. Okay. I don't want to add a shape. I want to reduce the duration here. But you can keep playing around with the duration and then, you see, Okay, maybe they change, they want you to click on the duration bits. So you see this one shape takes these seconds. So you can reduce it further to say no, take less seconds. You saw my bag thing. It came in the idea, like the idea of how I wanted things to come in. You see these ones, the way they are small, like the way these shapes are small is because they are taking less seconds, is because I wanted them to take the exact seconds. And then you find sound and you put sound at the bottom. But yeah, most times they won't take the same seconds. What you do, you people, is you make all of them take 5 seconds. Maybe that other slide doesn't have to take the 10. Maybe that other slide doesn't have to take the 5. So what you do, you keep reducing according to your need. You see? Now you can reduce and say, I want this slide to do 1 second and it goes away. Maybe it's just a word that is coming in. You want that word to come in 1 second, let the word leave, let another word come in. I won't disclose some work, but it was a member here. We did a thing with them. But yeah, you know, when you bring your arrow there, it shows you, see, you can reduce how long you want that slide to be there. It keeps counting for you the seconds at the top there. So you can say, I want the entire slide to take 20 seconds, but each slide should take 5 seconds. So timing is key. Just imagine we give that 6 seconds. So when it comes, when we play the thing, it will come, then that will spend much time there. You'll spend the 5 seconds before it goes to the other. So timing is key. Sometimes maybe you want more time to be spent on another thing to be seen more than the other. So timing is key in animations. That's why in softwares like After Effects, Premiere, we call them keyframes. Like you key in what time do you want it to start, what time do you want it to stop. So here it might not be the time to start and stop. It might be the seconds that the entire slide spends there. We shall see that later on. I want a rubber. I want to erase that. Yeah. So all along we could annotate, but I wasn't writing things on the board. So that's it, guys, about this. Any questions before we go further? End result is about your creativity. Have we learned something? Can I have some hands up or a yes or, you know, thumbs up, yes, replies to know that we are still together and we have learned something. Okay, so we shall cover another thing, another type of animations, showing you how you can add more life to it. Yeah, we shall cover the one for the bottles. I'll give you an assignment of doing the other, but let's cover the one for the bottles. There's a slide that I enjoyed on TikTok that came in well. I don't know whether we shall design that, but let's design the one that is already existing so that we don't delay or spend much time on it. I'll share my screen again. So we shall cover this flash sale. The one idea about consistency. So there is another idea about consistency. Take an example. In this slide, this bag is here. Because I did some work with the person and then when they went to the slides, they kept changing things. So take an example, that bag is there in that slide. In this slide, this mouse is at the end. In this slide, it is in the middle. So you'll see how your eyes won't even be consistent to it. You'll see that the bag is changing positions. You see? It will disturb the eyes. Those are in the right positions. That's why it is not disturbing the eyes, but it will disturb the eyes. Most people, as you are redesigning, one type, what we do most so to be consistent, we design one banner or thing, then we paste it, we duplicate it, and then we carry out the changes onto the duplicate. Every time that you do changes that are funny, or you first design this, then you design another from scratch, you want position exactly where the products are. So let's change these products thingies to and put them kind of down. Yes, it looks similar. It is almost the same thing, but it will even disturb the eyes reading this work. I know you have noticed that. So it disturbs the eyes. The way the brain was engineered, consistent work, it will already know that, okay, the products are in this position. So if they want to see the next product sliding in, they know where they are going to look. If they want to see the price of the next product, they know where the price is. But now in this design, you have decided to put the product up, the price up, and then here, because you want to be creative, blah, blah. As you are being creative, follow the rules of design. Make one Canva, then change things just around there. That will help out. Yes, since others are juniors here, you might not notice how those changes can affect human brain, but they can. Most people that enjoyed this slide is because it was flowing in, like with ease. Products are where they are expected, prices are where they are expected. Like it is not giving you hard time to read, not giving you hard time to process. So the design became beautiful, not because it is beautiful. It has errors. The spaces are not standard, blah blah, because I was just teaching you people. So the design is not that standard, but it is becoming standard by just your brain standardizing it because it is following what your brain wants to see. But some of you design works and now we're second at the end of the design. We hope at the end you won't be tagging us in the works that are funny. Yes, teacher Famba. Elizabeth yatemye embina abeereyo mu yes kumbe taliiko. Okay, so let's have another bit. So consistency is key in this. Every product that you see that I did, it is consistent. The eyes won't tell the difference. Even when the differences come in, they'll come in as planned. Make sure everything that you do, you are planning it. You know how you want it to appear. You know what time you want it to appear. Ah. Any questions? Okay, let's cover the Coca-Cola bit of things. And then I'll tell you to go and design some card advert that has those sound effects. And then the way text comes in as expected. 25% discount. Join our campaign. Blah, blah. Like you can even voice it, then put words that move along with it. Just using Canva with your creativity. Say you want this word to be there a bit longer. Say you want this word to come in as if it's typing. All that is animation. And then the simple animations that we always play around with. Yes, Bash. I see your hand risen up.
Mr. Famba, allow me ask something
Yes,
before you
please.
continue. Can we also add like maybe like you have said we can add some maybe some audios in Canva, because that I saw at least adding audios you must have a paid version, but is there any other way we can add in like audios in Canva?
Yes, please. Let me share that. Who told you have to have a paid version? Okay. Let's cover adding audios. You can mute your sound and we continue. Guys, don't use hearsays. Try out and things fail. So the person was saying to add audios, you have to have a paid version. All my adverts have audios. I don't have a paid version up to now. So let's imagine we want to add audio here. Come to your audios. So where there is audio. Yeah. So don't be paid for. Don't be here where they are paid things for. Take an example. You have picked your soundtrack from outside, dragged it into your file, into your uploaded folders. File, uploaded files. Okay. Why is it appearing this way? I'll first minimize here and see every tool here. So you come to uploads. When we're uploading files, you saw this text in all types. If I dragged an audio from the page to here, it will come, even if it was a song. If it is a video, it will come. So all my audios are here, the audios that I've been using, you see.
Often solution UG tuzokutegeeza nti buli kikwatagana ne IT.
So record your sound from outside or get these soundtracks from YouTube, all those free sources, and then bring them. You know how we get free audio from YouTube? So that even if you upload this thing on YouTube, you won't be penalized. So such audios, I'll just mute this set, but at least you have known that audio can be played. So drag, this was for Lenovo.
Daily Essentials. The Lenovo B2.
So drag your audio, put it there. It will drop there. Then you can keep editing it. For example, maybe where the words are in different places. So you can keep editing your audio within. You learn how to do it, but your way. So when you play
15.6-inch laptop backpack B210 gray.
Just
Looking
play.
for a sleek, durable, and lightweight backpack for your laptop and daily essentials? The Lenovo B210.
Take an example. These were sweeps. And then we have that audio of sweeps. Make sure you come with your audio, crop it. Everywhere where there's a sweep, put it there. Copy the same, duplicate it. Just copy it. Come here. Maybe there is a duplicate, paste it there. Control V. Do we copy? Copy. Paste. Why isn't it pasting? It's because so if you want more audio tracks there, you can just add an audio track. If it has refused to do what you want, you can say duplicate track. So it gives you a track at the bottom. Okay, so you duplicate that track there. So you say duplicate track. So just imagine everywhere there is a symbol there, there is a duplicate track. We are imagining that is a so when you play
Lenovo 50.
it comes. Imagine it's a cashew. We don't have it and I don't have time to look for audio.
Lenovo 50.
So it comes.
Lenovo 50.
It comes. So when I give you exercise of you going
Lenovo
and trying out I'm giving an exercise of you going out, know how to pick audios, know how to play around with them. Say you wanted another audio. That is just a sound effect of shoe, but you wanted another audio at the bottom. So a person keeps talking, but everywhere where there is a cashew, a transition, the shoe comes in. So this will be at the bottom. Do you get my point? Yes, I'm giving on the wrong examples, but I want you to get the point is that you can drag as many audio files as you want onto the Canva. Where do we get the audios? Either way, you have recorded by your own self. If you have not recorded your own audio, pick audios that is copyright free from other sources. Have I answered you? There are many soundtracks on YouTube that are copyright free. Did we need any paid version there? Hello? You can unmute and answer. Have I answered your question well?
Yes, Mr. Pamba, you've answered my question. Thank you so much.
Go. You are the one who kept misleading people to go for the paid version. You see now.
It's because when I tried out, I saw that all what was there was paid for. So that's why I was.
No. Sometimes you'll see you may not even need the paid one. Yes, you will, but then banga freehand without a paid version of things. And then this free version will give you that, the art of Ukuiria. Yeah. Let me add on something small. It is not part of today's course, but it is a question that you have asked. So if we are going to use sounds in clients' works, and the clients are going to use those sounds on YouTube, here is where we get sounds on YouTube. You come here, you come to TikTok, to YouTube Studio. So you'll find all the soundtracks that you already see, and then they are not taken up, are gotten from here. You come to YouTube audio library. So this audio library contains free soundtracks. If you want rain, no, you search from here. We shall search using this. And remember searching here. I want to search. So I want rain. I want thunder to give you those sounds that are kind of rain. Just that the sound is too high. Shall reduce it, but at least sound gotten from here is from a YouTube library. If you go to this general, you'll hear all those soundtracks you already hear in the backgrounds of people that do talk shows, and you're asking yourself, aren't they going to face copyright rules? No, it's because they got it from here and a license type is here. You might want to know more about the track. You can see the license type, like, does it allow you to use it, blah, blah. So here, even if you don't attribute that I copied this song from here, it will. So it is showing you can use the audio track in any of your videos, including the videos that you monetize. No attributes is required. So you can use it anywhere. So every time you have recorded a gig for a client and then they want a feel within that sound, they want thunder, there are those tracks. Just in win of Nebisera no binonya. Thunder with N. I'm not saying thunder only, but I'm giving an example is because I want us to hear something and then. I remember I got here my thunder thing. Oh, thunderstorm is here. Ah, ah. So you can keep listening through, but by the way, by just listening to this song, you heard as if that is the soundtrack that you have ever heard from somewhere. So you find a TikTok video or YouTube that has that in the background, and then they don't fear copyright rules in YouTube. It's because they picked it from here. So we have went an extra lesson. I hope I don't get questions for this because this is outside our syllabus of Canva. But at least I've covered something. You can, okay, those that we want follow under sound effects, not music. For the music, it will give you the normal music, but those fall under sound effects. If you want kids playing, you hear the kids there. So client will tell you, we have done the voicing, but you want it to appear natural, put some natural voice. So you get the kids playing. I'll show you a video that I've done that for Gearity. It is an international company, Global Trust. So you can see the kids playing, the male zombies. You'll hear thunder, you'll hear xylophones, anything that you want. Car drive. Maybe you are doing a documentary about cars and then you want that sound. Yeah. Factory background, track. There are many of them. You are just on one of about 673. So sometimes you can just search these effects. The way we're searching for thunder. need to be that. Thunder crack is here. So you hear that thunder, then long thunder, like thunderstorm that is long. That's where we get the sounds. These things that are not taught to us, we keep doing things and then copyright is facing us because you have not learned these things anywhere. You wanted that sweep. You try out. Nope. Who can guess the word of sh? Ooh. But that's it. I hope you learned something from here. But yeah, that can work. So that's it. We leave that topic. I see some chats there. Let me read the chats. Okay, they just say yes. Are we together? Are we on the same point? Thumbs up. I might have been teaching myself. I want to confirm you people are on and are picking something. Okay, yeah, that's where we pick free library, free audios that we can use within our videos, and then we are not penalized on YouTube. You don't even have to credit it that I got it from this musician or what. No, you just put your videos there with that background sound. Sometimes you record content that needs that soft background sound in it. You can always use there. Okay, yeah, I'll share again. We go back to today's topic. We have learned how to do product animations, but yeah, that animation is for Vaje. It is a simple one. Let's go to this one. But over this one, I explain just from here. These are the products coming, but all this is just about your creativity. Let me just explain how I came up with the entire thing. So I designed a single page, and then on the preceding pages, I just kept changing the colors of the things, but the design is the same. They are the same rules. They are the same things that we have designed from the other side. But I'll show you what differs from such products to other things. So I'll name every design product that is here. This is a rectangle that you all know. It is just inverted, but you see its shape, the way from where it passes to where it ends. It is a rectangle. How did they pick its color to make sure it matches the exact color on the bottle? I told you, when you come here and come to colors, you go where your product page is, like your image is, and pick the exact color from that image. So I picked the exact red from this image. These words, I'll click aside. These fonts, you see Montserrat. I'm not saying use Montserrat, but I'm showing you that me always I use Montserrat. Kubenyangu it already Jenkosanga company. So you see these fonts, just a number. This is a shopping cart. So you come here into your elements, say shopping carts. So they will bring different types. Don't just be here and say, hi, it is paid for. We failed to get one. The ones that we saw were paid for because you are seeing a dollar sign here. You say see all and then look for a free version. You see this one? I'll show you some trick. This is the same as this. It's the same, I know it is almost the same as this. But this is paid for, this is free. Take this one, change its color to white, and then it is not a paid for one. So you have gotten a free one from a paid for thing. So always within those tools, what they are paid for, there will always be something that resembles it that you can customize and it looks like the one that is paid for. So you change the color. There is this one, it looks like the other one at the top. Change its color. Well, this one comes as an image, so it doesn't change color. So make sure you pick what changes color in case you want to change color to red also. So put that here. Get a product box. I'll tell you why that product thing is long. Put that there. Then background. So this background, how I got it is one. It was a big background and then just told it reposition background. So we said come here, say black background to bring these backgrounds. So you'll get one that you feel comfortable with. All these, I think I picked this. Put there, then use it. There are many there. Yes, there are paid ones and there are free ones. Pick a free one that is suitable for your work. So I paid a dark one. Product name here. So we are imagining we are giving this to a person as a template. So every product that they change, for example, here they will say Coca-Cola. Then the campaign here maybe it is like 20% discount. They know what campaign they are doing, or quick sales, or December flash sales. So they will put the campaign name here. They will keep changing the product name here, Coca-Cola. So they go to another page. But as you see, as you notice, you people that always use this, the symbols, you see, I just gave it a like the corners, but it was not. So without corners, it will be a normal what? A normal rectangle. So I just gave it corners and then it looked that smooth. You see my words in between. It gives reading room at the sides, at the bottom, at the top, and then the shape looks just by the way you position things might make things look differently. Then these sodas, it came as a bottle and then it didn't have these shadows. This is just a shadow, you see. So it is just a shadow that was put and then its color was, yes, it didn't come out very well, but yeah, it's just a shadow. Then what makes this work stand out or come in the way we want is the transition. But these other things, we have already explained it. So when you copy this and you come to another page, you just keep changing the colors, but you leave all the things as they were in design A or design Y. Why do we leave it the way they were? For consistency and what? Most people of you will deceive themselves that you will design everything, like you duplicate this, then you redesign this, then we shall see you putting that there. When you change locations of things, maybe from the first 4 slides, the human eye was expecting something here, and then in the 10th slide, that thing is not there, to be confused. The seconds of switching to that new rule that you have put will disturb that main. So the main might just end reading there. So that's why sometimes you'll create videos and people watch up to the first maybe an hour or first 30 minutes or first how many minutes, that after there maybe they were confused or what. So make sure you are consistent with your work. Consistency didn't apply just the other side. So I'll do pages here, then you see the design thing that we put in, match and move, then we increase its seconds. So it is matching and moving. Matching and moving helps us to match objects that are of almost the same type into another thingy. So you see, it will remove the bottle, it matches the other in. So it is moving only the bottle and then the rest of the design is almost staying the same, but the human eye and brain can feel the changes coming in, can see the change and can be happy with the change. That's why I told you, as you are doing, you'll go and go through these slides, see how they help you, see where they help you from, something like that. We are going to cover how we came up with this, because this is key, why it is matching them the way they are. I see some text. Let me first read it. It might be something important. Ken is saying, wow. Yes, these things were there on TikTok already. You people just didn't watch them. But I made this on TikTok and told people choose design A or B, and then we decide how to do them. But a product design, you can, I told you always pick quick inspirations. Tuongeleke ekigambo flyer. You see, you are not creating anything that is totally new. So if these were different products, the product name would come, these rectangles would come. This is a rectangle, this is a rectangle. You can come up with these shapes from just 4 different rectangles. This is a rectangle. It is not a triangle. The way you are seeing, yes, it is like this, but the way you position it. So maybe and say only your products here will be changing, and then the upper thing and the bottom thing will stay the same. You already see people that do this, and then products keep changing here, and then the words change in the back. Yes, they are using the same technique in a different way to portray the thing, but the same technique. So be creative with what you do. Another person could create this, then when a slide leaves, this becomes big, this becomes small. Have you ever seen such a design? The product A becomes big, the other product becomes small. Let me share some video. I hope I have it. But yeah, go online, find how product designs are before you design any product thingy for your company. This is about picking inspirations. This is the same thing we are doing. Even ours has order now, has a number, has our website, has this one, has the other offer special burger. It has, for example, this campaign name. It will be maybe a special soda power off. Then the name here burger or Coke. Then the name is here. So it is almost exactly what we are doing. We are just portraying our thing differently. Okay, so we shall go back to this and show you one important rule. First, stretch for 1 minute. I show you one important rule that keeps just the thing to be how we want it to be. When you sleep here, you won't get it. I want thumbs up from everyone to just confirm you are alert, because it is not a transition that is doing that. It is the technique that I'm bringing that does that merging well. Okay, Keith, Elizabeth, Kenny, and Kim, I've not seen your thumbs up. Okay, now that you are attentive, watch critically well. This is a game changer that does that. So when you look at our products, how is Canva knowing that these products have to merge in the way they are doing? For example, it moves out, it slides into another. It moves out, it slides into another. It moves out, it slides into another product. How are they knowing? It is knowing it this way. That's why you don't see it affecting these other things, because they are not grouped together, because they are not. The effect is called match and move. So it is getting those things that are related. You see, actually, the explanation is here. Match and move animates identical items smoothly between pages. I type that word, identical items smoothly between edges. Even the name is identical. Even the thing is identical, but it is not matching them. It is only matching our bottles. Why? Is the product is one. If you are designing it, you make sure the product that you want on that page are grouped and identical. Bakategedde bannange. Are grouped so that it identifies them as one thing, so it will match them by moving smoothly. So initially, before this, it was a single design. We imported in the bottles and we grouped them together on a single page like this. Oba munfuna. When you group them together and then you give them gap in between, blah, blah, like that. So on every page that you go to, let's delete these other pages. It will give us hard time. But on every page that you go to, you just keep resizing these shapes. So they already grouped. So Canva knows they are products from the same group. Regroup it, like just reposition it. It's showing you 85, 85, say yes. Now I'm giving an example. Duplicate that. We are taking an example we have designed from zero. So you duplicate the page. So on the next page, it will give you Coca-Cola, but this Coca-Cola, click on the object, move until where you see another can. So Coca-Cola is hidden here. You have given Canva the way it is going to move your work. It is going to move it this way. So you can now change the colors, change this to orange, change this to orange for Fanta, change this product name to orange for Fanta, duplicate, go to another slide, move. Just change the colors. I hope you got the point or the technique behind. We make this kind of darker. We make this color kind of darker. We change this to a dark color. Okay. So you duplicate this page. So you spend much time designing one page and then you just keep duplicating it. We group it from design one. Then here we just keep replicating it. I don't know where, but yeah, when we play, you see, you come here, you say merge and that, you can add seconds so that it moves kind of slowly, you can reduce, it's you who knows what you want. Then when we play, it will play, to bring in another one, to bring in another one, to bring in another one. It will be smooth on human eyes. Yes, I see chats coming in. I'll first stop there and answer to the chats or to the questions that are coming in. So tricky, I am lost. Redo it, Kali, Sabula. Yes, I'll stop sharing, May. Ooh, I hope you had the claps. So, Bugalo, please redo it. Okay. Are you guys still sober? Tumaoka chai, tukole tutia. That's the only trick that is around this thing. That is the only trick that is around this thing. The effects is okay, but yeah. Woo, I am away. Any questions? Any questions before we proceed? Have you gotten something? Any questions before you can redo it? I'm going to redo it with the other one of a round. I know why. It is the same technique. I'm just showing you that you can apply this technique on other things. Then I'll show you a video of how another person applied the same technique on another thing. Any questions? Yes, Kenny. Kenny, unmute and ask what you want to ask.
Yes, Mr. Farmer, I want to ask you,
Yes, please.
before all of that, which template do we use? Like, do we use a video format or the other normal fonts we use in editing?
Any other question?
I'm lost.
Any other question? Okay, I'll answer that. One, when we are designing these things, as I told you, the moment it is a normal template, but the moment you give it animation, it converts into a video template. So it was a normal slide one. I showed you an example that we have just duplicated this slide and repositioned this. So it was a single slide one, and it came into a video because we have given it animation. The way we have done our thing here, there is something that we have been doing that we began with. Actually, we are going to do the change with that. So we began with this. When we began with it as a picture just, but it came into life by just giving it animation. The moment you give it animation, it changes. Either when you come to downloads, it will ask you to download either as a video, or you can, okay, choose pictures if you want it as pictures. But yeah, to at least bring the video format. It is a normal template. This is just giving it life. You don't choose a video template. Choose the normal design it with your own life, and then just animate it. Because when you choose video formats, there will be videos already there. It might be confusing. But if you want custom adverts, if you want, maybe if a person is saying website nezija, blah, blah, you can do that customly with just a normal design like this. So you just make sure where they mention a website, to designing a website, make sure there is a website there. To designing a Chintu West, you make sure that thing is there. So we are going to repeat that idea from here, but at a higher note. Okay, I'll delete all these products. No, I'll do this. I'll pick this product, paste it here. Need to pick other products that are not this. Oh. Okay, let's just duplicate these same products. We have two bags, we have two sets of mouse. So initially these slides are not there. This one is not there. This one is not there. This one is not there. So you see, now when you come to download, it is not showing you as a video format because it is not animated. It is showing you as a video format because, yeah, it still has some animation. But if it doesn't have an animation that is a design from zero, it won't have that. So take an example. We have our pictures here. Let me show you an example. I want to go where those bottles were. Okay, so I'll put all my 4 bottles on this Canva. 2, 3, 4. Though here we won't change colors. I want to do in a rush. So I'll reposition these bottles. I'll say I want that there. I want a second bottle there. Just pay attention. There is no trick here. This slide is just helping me resize them. I may not resize them to perfection, but yeah. Resize them and make sure there is an equal space between them. I want that bottle here. Okay. So I'm thinking they're of the same size. Just thinking, you'll have time to do all this. Time is past us. We are not designing for perfection. So you copy, you highlight them where your bottles are, you group them, then I'll come to position. I want them to be aligned. How? No, I want them that way. And there's something that I'm looking for that I'm not seeing. Yeah, if you are not seeing that thing, just make sure they have an equal space between them. Hear that space. Maybe you reduce it and then look for how you can create the space between them. First and group. Okay, you have to click on the group. the entire group so that something comes. There is something I want. It does not come because I'm not clicking on the group. Okay. So after highlighting them, you can say tidy up. So it puts an equal space between them. Yeah, for it is calling it an equal space because it is even counting this extra space on your bottom. Sometimes when you want to get perfect things, you reduce this extra size that comes on the picture. So that when it is siding them up, it is not counting this extra space. Just didn't want to go much into this, but yeah, so that it is not counting that extra space. So when we do this and say tidy up with your shift, press shift, highlight all your bottles. So tidy up to create an equal space between them. Enlarge them a bit. So after they are group them. So most times in them, but I will just group them. Come to your slide 1. This thing has to be locked. Come to your slide 1. Say you want only Coca-Cola there. So enlarge till you have only Coke. Since there is a smaller space, the idea might not come out well, but you always put a bigger space in between them. So I'll do that because I don't have time to reshape, to put size. So say you want Coca-Cola there. Duplicate the slide. The idea is just you grouping them and repositioning them. Move, have that there. You can even decide to have that there. Grouping is key. Let's do this. Guys, and group. Let's do this. We give them some big space that when one goes, it goes and it gets lost within the Canva before the other one comes on board. So it is showing you the meters. Make sure they have equal meters around them. Nope. Reduce that. Have highlight them and see whether tidy up will do for us. Will give us that. Yeah. So we want that those equal spaces, but they will be kind of big. So you group them after having those equal spaces. So if design one, you have Coke is with all its big space. Make sure it is large. What you make large is what you have grouped. So make sure the Coke is large. Yeah, well fits there. We shall delete this because it's not what we want. Duplicate this. Move your Coke. I thought she had tidied them up with a big space. Okay. The idea is around grouping that I didn't want to give much time onto. It's something that I want. Shall have another photo there. Regroup. It won't act what we want. Go back and do it as an assignment because there will be 2 bottles. What we don't want. When we play, it will come, but it will have another bottle on board. So you make sure that the gap that is in between them is a big gap, that this one runs and leaves this center, goes the other side, minus being affected, minus affecting the other. I hope you get my point. So just that also the Canva that we are working with may not be suitable for these bottles as a main product. Had it been a small product, Singa can already kafulumia frame, but it is a big Canva that we are using. It is not suitable for the product. But the idea is you grouping them and then you give them that merge and thingy, merge and merge. That's how they imagine and merge. So you go to another slide, you duplicate this like that. Okay, magezi genyinza obba tukole bwetuti. Another idea would be you do this. That's something I want. Yeah, I'll use this slide. Yes, I see the text there, but I won't read. So I'll see this slide. I'll use this magazine. By the way, this is the quickest one. That's why this idea. So you group them. But when you come here, does it allow to make this only bigger? No. Because that would be the right idea to make just one bottle bigger. We are using a wrong example in the wrong place, but it will work. Yes, since it is giving us the space in between. So that comes in, duplicate it. On this one, cork moves out, sprite comes in, but already gukanva guno gunene nti eneba tenafulumamu ng'eno etuuse. So the idea is we are using a wrong product on a wrong page, but just imagine our Canva ends here. Our Canva ends here. So duplicate this. Eyokusatu nejja, Fanta eri nefulumamu. That is the idea. Just that kirimu kunsumbuwa lwa nsonga tuli ku wrong page. This page is too big. You duplicate this. Eyokuna nejja. You just give them a space in between, enlarge them, group them. That's the only way they think will know they have to be grouped. I hope you get the point. The point is just group them, the moving jirekere chino, then you increase a few seconds or reduce or blah blah. But the idea is like that when you enlarge it, Coke will move out, another product will come, another product will come, just a second to do what denting. But that's the idea. It is disturbing us because this page is too big for what we had designed. Oinasaliranga wano what nomenga sure eri product yefulumiemu eri endaleze. Yeah, I'm going to show you another example for a round one, but with the right shape, not this shape of circle. The reason why they are refusing, it's you are using vertical rectangle, not horizontal. Yeah, those factors constant. That's why like bobo designing or not ha shape chije nkozesa because the ideas come out. Hope I'm sharing my screen. Let me share my screen. If this shape, I'm giving let's go back to this one. So we shall draw a shape here. I'll draw. We are imagining shape ya comma. This is the dark side of things. Layers, bring to front, layers, bring at the top. So we are imagining dark side in shape ya ntuufu yabadde comma. Okay, and we are imagining this is dark, like twabadde tuzayinza just kantu kaffe kakoma. It would come out well. So just copy this, paste it here, paste it there, paste it there. So when you look at our work and when we play it, the bottle will vanish within the other thing and then others will come on within that. Chitusumbye because shape mfu. Chovola design, like design thinking chikulu that before you design we add some seconds. I see kaduka missing the means. Because say that 1.1, is that enough? Okay. 0.1. Then the entire thing has to take like 8 seconds, and we see 0.8 is what they need. So increase that to each has to take 3.3 seconds. Kalwewo komkategere. Kalwawo those seconds. Ngafuluma mpola. Kala nekajja. Ngafuluma mpola. Katwale kade kaganideko ku Canva because the Canva is too big. It is for 1080. And then the product that we are using is not 1080. Or we had not anticipated to use such a product on a big ground like that. Kati choyinza okukolera ku such product would be a round one. Katukolemu a round one. Do you still have time? Kolemu a round one. Nti zo ejja kujja eryebulewo endala ejjewo like this one. Neya round. Aha. Nti eri ebulawo eri endala nejjawo. When you look at this thing, it is the same idea. They are using the same transition. Ability jembagala account mbere creative. You see? 1.6 seconds, they are using a match and move. You'll be like, but match and move has moved the things from the other side, left to right. Why is it now doing it this way? The idea is you being creative. For example, when you look at our shape here, I'll come to slide 1. And when we look at our shape here, when we zero it down and move, you will see I made it in a circle format. You see the idea? They have equal spaces in between. If you are confused, you put a clock here. You make sure this is at 12, this is at 6, this is at 3, this is at 9. So, how do we do them? Let's delete these others. Mulabe mukatini. This is the power of creativity. Now may I learn from the other one, then I practice the box one. You can go there, come up with your different design, show us. So you put them together, still you group them. So you see they are grouped. If we ungroup, you'll see one by one, but they are grouped. So in this group, you say this page is for Coca-Cola. You enlarge the Coke. You don't do that. You sit where the Casona. You enlarge the Coke one. Coke, please grow bigger. Kabongo graphics. We shall cover graphics tomorrow again. So you make the Coke bigger. You duplicate this slide. You say duplicate slide. So in this other one, you rotate. You say Coke banango tulabyeko vao. Let Fanta come in. Let Fanta come in. So the Fanta comes in, you can reposition it, resize it accordingly. But if you had made the right sizes at the start, you wouldn't have issues of resizing it again. So slide 2, you say Fanta has come in. So slide 3, you say duplicate, and you say, please, Canva, Fanta, leave us. Let another Coke come in. But remember, you have to change colors and what, blah, blah. But I'm not focusing on the colors and what, because you know how to change them. I'm just focusing on the concept of these boxes, these things entering in the way we want them to enter. So you say, let another box come in. Sorry. Yeah. So another one will come in. Make sure it is the right angle, right what, blah, blah. So when you give them here, move and merge, 1.6 seconds, when you play the entire thing, you'll have that product animation. Shoo, shoo, shoo. We've not changed the colors and what we were focused on the other thing. It is a simple thing. The main concept in between is you grouping the things that you want to enter in the way you want them to enter, and then change colors and what. Have we gotten something? Have we gotten something? Elizabeth says, I've accepted. I need one-on-one session about this. Yes, the team that is on. I see people have run. Yeah. We are going to end the lesson here. People have run from the slide. Can I have some hands up? Have we gotten something? The idea is group them. And the other idea is go home, do much practice. Do much practice, test out the different things. I have got similar ka sound. Yes, the ka sound can be there. The person has already gotten it. So that's it. Find the sounds. They are free of charge. They are there within Premiere templates and what. Add them to your canvas, add them to your work so that your work looks beautiful. Adding audios, when you import your audio or when you drag your audio from, for example, you just downloaded it into your Canva. After that, you can just drag it to where you are designing. There you won't need any paid thing. They won't limit you. Even if you want to add there 10 audios, they won't limit you. You keep on adding lines. Vincent says it is enough for today. Yes, sure, it is enough for today. Tomorrow we shall cover still animations and the simple things like those questions that will come in as we close off the day. Then we see. We might push the graduation on a Saturday or Monday. I'm still talking to these experts because I'm imagining bringing them on board, and then we have 2 people or like 5 people that have submitted their work. Then we are calling on the community, we are calling on TikTok, we are calling on family members to see some of your works that you have done. And then what they are seeing is either a mess or there are a few people that have done it. So we are not graduating tomorrow, but I'll give you final feedback tonight. Let me talk to the board and see what we shall resolve with. But at least we have covered what we promised. Yeah, graduation wasn't part of what we promised, though we want it. Why we do them is sometimes companies might spot you. Yes, it is a start. I've not brought big companies on board to check how you are doing with your work, but I gave you that tool that will help you out in the end, in the future. A design agency will ask for your CV, send them that portfolio. So do the portfolio with all your heart. Put all your best works, because one day you might share it to a certain organization, or if it's a designy thingy, at least by you doing the work by your own self, not just copying from a template, is everything is on. Like you have learned where to get trade templates, how to copy, how to customize them, how to do what, so that when you get these gigs from clients, you know where to get these resources. So giving you this assignment was better for you. It wasn't for me, but most people think, now this guy wants the work. Maybe he wants to sell our portfolios or our things. I'm not going to sell them, for God's sake. I'm not going to use them for anything. But it was just empowering you just to know. Just read how designer things are applied. They ask you for your portfolio. They don't ask for your CV, because indirectly your portfolio is like your CV. You have put, the different projects you have done, you have put your face, you have put your name, you have put about you, you have put all the things that wouldn't miss in a portfolio. So if you knew it was good for you, yes, other people might still not do it, it is okay, but it was good for you, not for us as a company. All we wanted is, if we were big enough, we could have brought more big companies on board to spot talent out of you people. Can have a company X, we can have a person X that is within and says, okay, person Y designs good work, maybe they can join us. We'll be paying them, maybe per flyer, we pay them like a 20 or a 10,000. yes, it is less money, but if that organization is doing much flyers in a week, they are doing campaigns every day. For example, if you do like 2 or 3 flyers, that's 30,000 every day times a month. You have, yes, little money, but you have some money in your pocket. So this was good for you. Yeah. I don't remember when we first met, but I'm learning a lot from you. Thanks for everything, Mr. Famba. Wow, that's heartwarming. Thank you very much, Ali. And we hope you learn even more than this. What we have impacted in you, we have given you this thing of doing personal research. We've impacted your lives by teaching you how to do personal research, teaching you where to get resources. Like you will be unbreakable because if a client gives you like a PDF that has much text there, but you want it summarized, you know which tools to use to summarize it. You know what, like you won't be like a layman person who would spend hours reading through, making spelling errors. You know, I hope you get my point. A few that are participating, that have done practice, know what I mean. A few that have deliberately refused, like the entire course, a person has learned and then they have not designed anything. That's like swimming. You learn to swim on a YouTube video and then you can't swim. So please, the best way is doing practice. When you go home and repractice the thing, you see it will be easier for you. I'll leave an assignment for you. Yeah, I'll leave an assignment. I'll share one in the group. The car video, I shared that car video in the group. I want to see how creative people can be to come up with that car video. Then also, I want people to be creative more than just creating these shapes that are moving in and out. Let me show you the product thing I want you to create. Elizabeth says, can we graduate next week? We are still enjoying you, Mr. Famba. Woo! Keep enjoying. You enjoy in Kamoli. You have never shared a piece of work and you're enjoying in Kamoli. Mukadde wange. Tukirize to graduate from Kaga. I just want to compensate Tuesday because I want to deliver everything that we promised. So maybe tomorrow we can cover things that are bothering you. Text that thing, type it in the WhatsApp group. You can share a thingy, maybe an artwork. Tell me, you know what? I've seen this artwork, but coming up with certain thing X is defeating me. But if it's around playing with shapes, I showed you. You have seen this Coca-Cola thing. These shapes are pre-custom. May God give you abundantly for giving us this knowledge. How I wish how I wish the TikTok community could also embrace what you have done. Kudos. Oh, wow. Thank you. Any plans after graduating? Oh, no, let me first stop recording for the other purposes. The class is officially dismissed, but we can stay around for chivos like 5 minutes, like we did yesterday. But yeah, I hope you learned something. Let me leave the assignment within the recording. Let me first share the recording, then I answer that. I'll share my screen. So I want you to go back, design this. For example, most videos that you see will have an ending. So you want to design an ending of your video with a logo and slogan and then maybe some words. That is one simple one. I'm showing you that you don't have to be complicated with your designing, but yeah, designing simple things can give more creativity with you. You can say, I want the logo to come in first alone. So you duplicate this, the logo comes in alone. Then other words come in alone. You don't have to make thingy come in at the same time. So you want the logo in, take 1 second, the tagline comes in, then the thingy comes in, or your YouTube channel or your website that you want people to follow comes in. That's one assignment. You can take any. So that's one. Another assignment, I want you to design a product design thing like this that has sound on it. So
Lenovo 15 point.
I'll mute this site. I don't want you to listen to the site, but yeah. So the art that I want you to learn from here is one, how to make sure that how do I get the words coming exactly where you want them. So here you see, get yourself a backpack, Lenovo. Then I begin off the video. But the first seconds are get yourself a backpack. That I want that. So that will help you with the energy of you controlling the text when you want it in and when you want it out. This is not as complicated as what we have been doing, but I told you the power is in just reducing seconds. Let's change here. The power is just in you doing the durations. You see, this is a simple duration. If you wanted maybe that gate to be there longer, I could make it longer. So when we play, you'll see gate will be there for a while. So it gives you the power of controlling the words and creativity. So the power of controlling words and creativity is within controlling seconds and what. So I want you to go back, design anything simple about that. It can be for your company, because when I tell you design for fans tech, people will think, now he just wants the work. He wants to use the work for his own good. No. Every exercise that I've been giving you was for the good of you. I gave you to tell me about your brand colors. No one did. Tell me about the fonts. You tell me the fonts. You tell me where they are used. No one did. And then you end up designing every day with different fonts. So these works were to build upon your brand that we had agreed on, that from the start on, focus on a single brand. So these works were for the benefit of you. There is no work that I gave you that was for the benefit of Fans Technologies. It was for the benefit of you. And I know as to why I gave it to you. Why I gave it to you is to help you shape the brand. If you had done the fonts, you had done the colors, you had done your logo, your branding thing, the exercise, by the end, if we gave you to design a branding guide, it could be easier because you already have the font to use, you already have the colors to use. But the branding guideline is being difficult for you people because you don't know the things, you don't have them, yet they were previous exercises. So I call it quits. I'll share another thing that was fancy. I shared it in the group. Yeah, the web products were coming in, but for them, they want a bigger page. Allow me just check it within the recording. Please allow me check it. It is also beautiful. It could have brought out what we wanted on this bigger page for it because it was designed for 1080. Yes, I'll do this. I'll go to this page. I'll go to this. I'll go to media and find that thing. What a how do I mute this? So the muting might not be there, but let me send it on to the other page and share it with you and show you that what we have been doing is simple, but how you be creative around it. So I saw this thing on TikTok. Let me share my screen. I saw this thing on TikTok and it was fun. So this guy began by, you make your orange thing, make it small. Let that be slide number 1. Slide number 2, make them pop out. So the other slides, they will be just moving on the sides. What a confidence booster. It is the same animation that we used for the thingy, for the first thing that we designed. You see, they are just moving out. He didn't reshape, he didn't resize, he didn't do the other thing of matching the exact thing in the big groupings that they will be hard for you. But you see how beautiful the work is. We have covered that. So we have covered the transition, but just how you make your work beautiful. So since he used F like 920 by 1080, his work was okay. And then you see how beautiful it can be. It's a confidence booster. Look at that highlight. Fling, fling, fling. Yeah. So you can go do that. You don't have to do it with these products. Do it with your own products that you sell. I told you, focus on your brand. Do it with your own products that you sell. Yeah. I'll stop recording and okay. I need a full lesson for this. Kenny, you go back and watch the video. Okay. Any plans after graduating? Okay, I'll stop the recording here. Answer these questions. We are here for just vivos. Officially, the class is dismissed, but for now, you can create any animation that you want. Go around, play around with those things. Nafe twaiga kam obulane tuwesomesa. So when you learn something small, build on it. Boom. Try out. First get challenged, then ask for help. There is a person who is going to ask for help and will be like, Kati, oh, this slide and again, they have not even tried the slide out, but they are asking if it will go there. First, try it out before you can ask. Yeah, the online team, bye bye, sign out. The team that is here, we can stay and answer these questions.